Hey, how y'all doing? It's been so long since I made a video, but I had to do so today. And the only reason why I'm going live is just because I moved. Yes, I moved. Now I'm in Oklahoma. And I actually don't have any Wi Fi, so I can't be uploading the video. So I'm going live. So, really, I just wanted to talk about, do BIPOC even predict? So basically what happened was today I stumbled upon this astrologer's video. Her name is Joni Patri, Patri. First name is spelled Joni, Joni. She's amazing. Everything that she says is like right on the money. I'm really impressed with her. But she's right on the money and she's white on the money. Completely right and completely white. And what I mean by that is everything, and this, correct me if I'm wrong, everything that she's done is tainted with her white perspectives. Donald Trump and America being so great and the secrets. Okay, let's just go into some examples. Now, you could watch her latest video on predictions that are going to be happening in the US, which, like, let me tell you, all of her astrological connections are like right slam dunk on the money. But then it's just like colored in with this like what do they call it? White privilege pencil. So she starts talking about how for the United States, the moon is in the third house in Aquarius. Now, I'm not really not that good with these things, but I know a little something. She starts talking about how this is happening, and then Jupiter is transiting 7 degrees. I guess in the third house. And so she's saying that this is really interesting because the moon, is like the emotions and the feelings, and it's transiting our third house, which is the house of communications, media, travel. And so she's like, yeah, so travel's gonna be crazy, which it was crazy. Like I was trying to move during this time and everything was like stupid expensive. Couldn't get a U-Haul, like I said, right on the money, right? And then she said, and because, what did she say? Something about the Jupiter is triggering our eighth house. So she said, and what does that mean? Scandals are gonna be revealed and the truth is gonna be set free. And she's like, what does that mean? And all the people in her comments were like, yeah, I'm so tired. I just keep hearing all this stuff about the truth being revealed and I never see it. What is the truth being revealed? So that's why I'm like, BIPOC, do we even? So let's really talk about the truth being revealed because do we even make predictions? Where are all the people online who are discussing how Black people fit into this equation or how Native Americans or how Asians fit into this equation? I care about the Asian story, but to be honest, I don't know a lot about it. So if anybody wants to share with me, I know that Japanese people were in concentration camps, and I also know that America killed 3 million dark-skinned Filipinos just cause. Um, but some of the things that have been coming up recently for the natives and for the Black people is that they found the two schools. I don't know if you guys knew, the one residential school had over 200 dead children bodies buried underneath the school, 215 dead Native American children. And so then they started all getting, oh man, this is getting crazy. So they dug up another school and found over 700 dead Native American children buried underneath the Catholic school. Come on now. And then it was so bad that somebody in the government who had Native ties was like, well, now that we found almost 1,000 Native American children buried underneath these schools, it's time to open up an investigation and see exactly how many children have been murdered by the Catholic Church, by the government, etc. Because we already know at this point that America, not Canada, America has killed 10 million. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's not 10 million. That's a gross underestimation. It's actually 100 million. We murdered 100 million Native American peoples in the foundation of our country. I wish anybody had the statistics for war so we could know, because they're always like, wars happen. Please let me know what other wars killed that many people. Please list it below. I would like to know. Because as far as I know, the Holocaust killed 10 million and it was egregious and it was horrible. Okay, but what we did to found this country was 100 million. That's just the natives. And now we're finding thousands, sorry, only 1,000 children dead underneath buildings, official buildings. Secrets being revealed. This just happened. What do you mean? Everybody's in the comments talking about, I'm tired. I haven't heard any secrets. That's a secret. That's a secret. That in the foundation of our country, when we had these Catholic schools, when we were telling these Native American people that we were going to re-educate them, that we were taking their children and burying them alive underneath a building. Come on now. Secrets being revealed. Okay, how about what's the other things that we've found? I don't know if anybody's paying attention on TikTok for the people of color. Okay, so we found that there was a chair. A young black man was given a set of chairs so that he could reupholster them. And when he took them down to simply just do his job, he wasn't trying to accuse anybody of anything. He was doing his job. It was stuffed with African American hair. It is fuzzy. I could understand the idea. Come on now, they was using us as upholstery tools. So, secrets being revealed. I didn't know that they were stuffing chairs with black people hair. Did you? I don't know who knew that. Secrets are being revealed. What else happened? Mysteries and corruption as far as black people. Now I'm like, I got so turned up, I forgot what I was going to say. But we know that the corruption was happening with black. Oh, that was the new secret that I've heard that has been revealed. I have never heard a number tagged onto the cost that we attributed to this government. How much money did black people contribute to America in the foundation of this country? So the cost that I've heard, and you can debate how much, but labor is labor, so we know that it was something. So the cost that I've heard was roughly $28 trillion. Never mind that most diamonds that are in the whole world actually come out of Africa. Never mind that all of the metals that we use, most of them actually come out of Africa, and we use those for our cell phones, for our iPhones, for our dental fillings, for all sorts of computer chips and stuff like that. So we're not even talking about textiles. We're just talking about labor that was contributed to this country. We're not talking about how much money was stuck in the pockets of the people that were lynched, over 3,000 people. We're not talking about the loss of people, of innocents on the boats just because the boats were too heavy or encountering a storm, so they dumped them in the ocean. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the loss of mental capacity because people were used as prostitutes against their will. We're not even talking about the people that were raped. I'm just talking about the actual prostitute farms where people would travel and just forcibly rape black people because that's what that farm sold. We're not talking about those people. We're just talking about the people who worked, not the people who were beaten, not the people who were tortured, not the people who were whipped and killed, just the people who worked, just the slave owners who were cool and chill and wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Those people extracted $28 trillion from the African nation because it wasn't willingly given. $28 trillion. That's what I recently heard. Secrets being revealed. How much are we in debt right now? The last time I heard, it was in the trillions. Interesting. We've only been out of slavery for a couple hundred years, and now we're actually in debt. Very similar amount to the money that we received from the country of Africa. Maybe we actually really needed the slavery in order to maintain the level of functioning that we were at. Secrets have been revealed, people. They've been revealed. What are you talking about? We're finding out stuff left and right from the police stations, from the governments. But BIPOC people, do we even predict? Are we taking these astrological connections and do we connect it to ourselves? And now, even though I'm into astrology and I'm into the spirituality movement, I do consider myself a Christian or a Messianic Jew. I'm a Gemini, so you can call it two-faced if you like, but that's what I consider myself. Where are the Christians in this movement? Where were the Christians during this time? Come on now, make that connection. connection. Make that connection. I don't see anybody making the connection. I actually don't see a whole lot of prayer. I don't see any prayer walks. I don't see any exorcisms. I'm not seeing any of that. I'm just seeing a lot of people being complacent. A lot of people hearing the truth and they're being complacent. I talked to every person that I actually could ever talk to and told them in the Bible, time after time after time, when a group of people attempted to oppress the people of God or an individual of God, God either killed them or completely separated that person from them. That's what happened with the Canaanites. Off them, they're dead. Right? The Egyptians, he didn't off them, but they lived separately and then they became doomed to hell and they were never going to ever become as great as they used to be. Right? Oh, okay. How about with Jacob and Esau? Esau came after his brother and they kind of made up or whatever, but never ever was ever they supposed to be together, living together or togetherness again. They met, they chilled, they left, they went their separate ways. So what about your religion is telling you that you should remain in this situation? So some of the other, I don't know if it's like a secret being revealed, but it's a truth being revealed. Africa is planning on unionizing itself. Africa is going to unionize itself. And each district, each section of Africa is going to have its own passport. And you, BIPOC American, will be able to get a 6th district passport. You will be able to have access to the African Union because now every single president in Africa, all 55 presidents have said that you guys are the lost children. You are a member of the African continent. You're a part of the diaspora and come back home and here's your passport. Come on now. It's everywhere. But the problem is it's really only involving BIPOC people. And I'm sure there's stuff going on with Asians too. I just don't know your story that well, but you can go ahead and contribute because I'm willing to hear. It's everywhere. So anyway, sorry I got so worked up, but I need people. I feel like our voice is being erased. I know that all my videos are going to be suppressed. I don't even care. I know that on TikTok, all of our voices are being silenced. I know that on Instagram, anything that is dealing with us is going to be silenced, is going to be erased. I know if you come at somebody saying the N-word, your video is going to be deleted, but the video where they're actually saying the N-word will not be deleted. I know that these videos where people are actually dressed in blackface and saying horrible stuff about black people can remain up, but then if you address it, your video is going to violate community standards. I know that all those things are happening. People want to talk about what is going on in this country. What are the secrets? What are the things being revealed? What are the scandals that are coming out? These are the scandals. These are the scandals. We're a part of America too. This is a part of America's story. It's interesting because is it the third house? The third house is the house of communications, media, travel, truth being revealed. It's also the house of the early environment, the gain of family wealth. Now you know how we gained it. Now you know why things are so hard. The slave labor ain't what it used to be. Used to be a lot more free labor around here. That's why things was looking a whole lot better. And every land that you walk on, every quarter that comes through your finger, all of those things were stolen from somebody else. And if you don't want to pay the consequences, then you darn sure need to know where it came from and how you got it. It was stolen. It doesn't belong to you. Truth of the matter is, I'm a forced colonizer as well. I don't know if anybody else sees it that way, but as a person that was brought here through slavery, I don't think that detracts from the fact that I am a colonizer as well. The people that used to live here before me didn't look like me. They had to cut the throat and spill the blood of the people that lived here in order for me to live here, and I'm living here. Okay? We could call it forced. We could say that I didn't have a choice in the matter because a couple hundred years ago, I didn't have the right to leave. So I had to be here. So, okay, I'm a forced colonizer. It doesn't take away the fact that I've colonized this country, that I've colonized this place. I've had children, they come out here, they take advantage of things that were not theirs. Okay, so anyways, I think the last thing that I did want to say, and it's really hard to make predictions. I'm not really that good at it, so I would love for other BIPOC people, maybe if we could just like kind of make connections with each other and start to kind of spread the word for ourselves. But this K2 conjunction that's coming over at the end of this month, so there's like this. Y'all gotta check out this video. Joni Patrice, she's like I said, she's right. She's white and she's right. But she's talking about K2. The Saturn's going to be crossing K2 at the end of July and August. Now, as far as what I can see, I think the vid, if you know what I mean. I think the little buggies and stuff that was flying around, you know what I'm saying, that was getting people and most of 2020, I think that's gonna come back around. That's what it could be. I could be mistaken, but it's primarily affecting people in a respiratory kind of way. And just the reality is, once we start to enter into fall, respiratory issues always start to come back up. I know I hear what is happening, and everybody is gonna blame it on people not getting the if you don't get that, it's gonna be your fault. And as they said on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, you hate America if you didn't get the wait. I don't know. I might have. I haven't gotten it, but I might have to get it, because I don't think we're gonna have a choice soon. And I think I probably already contracted it because I was working in the hot spot during the time when things was getting crazy. And I was one of the few people that actually didn't get sick. But at the beginning of the whole thing, I did get really, really sick, and I did think that I was gonna die. I think I made a video about it, and I remember and I'm pretty healthy. I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't breathe, and that's after having like very cough cold kind of situation. And then I grabbed a bottle of tequila because that's what I used to do in high school when I did not in high school, in college, when I didn't have health insurance and I started to develop any kind of throat stuff. I would just gargle with the tequila or 151 or something that has more than 70% alcohol or something like that. And I gargled with that during that time. It was February of 2020. And when I spit in the sink, it was like blood in the sink. You call it what you want. After that, I felt much better. That whole night and for the next 2 days, I literally had to gargle with, I think it was 151 or something, every 2 hours just to breathe. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. I am not claiming to be a doctor. I am not saying that's going to heal you. I'm sharing with you my experience, and I'm saying that during that time, I felt like I was going to die if I didn't gargle with that every 2 hours or so. And then after a few days, I started feeling much better, and then I went back to work. But I did wake up in the middle of the night and I had that feeling like I was going to die because it was almost like I was sucking air through a tube and I couldn't breathe. And I'm a healthy person. So at that time, for people who are in the industry that shall not be named, because I'm getting ready to get back into that industry, we weren't allowed tests. Even if you had it or contracted it and you wanted to return back to work, the industry that shall remain unnamed was not allowing us to get tests. So that makes me really sad whenever I think about it. One of the reasons why I have problems with them. But anyways, so yeah, there's that. That K2 is supposed to mean like disaster when Saturn overcomes it. So then maybe something, with more deaths and more disastrous is going to come up actually really soon towards the end of this month. So just kind of be aware. I know I've heard some people say make sure you have food on hand again. Make sure that you're safe. I'm not really totally there yet, but I'm trying to get to the place where I'm free and off of the system. And then I just pray that you guys will be experiencing that too. Now, when I say these things, like what I've said, I'm not saying it to like deter you away from your belief system and what you believe, but I just want you to open up your eyes. And I just feel that the voices of BIPOC people who want to get in the spirituality movement, who want to be public on YouTube are all being erased. And I think the only thing to do when your voice is being erased is to speak up even louder. So I don't really care who sees this video. And I don't really care who comments. I'm not going to tell y'all to do that. If you have something dissenting, if you have something that's contributing, then go ahead and put it in the comments and then talk about it. That's what I want you to do. You don't have to make me a millionaire. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? But talk about it. Think about it. Meditate on it in your heart. Okay? And raise your vibration. That's what I ask. And the vibrations of the people in this in America need to be considerate of and need to include people who maybe don't look like the majority. So that's all I have to say. And I'll see y'all later next time. Next time we gonna do it. I put my thing. I put the brightness down so that oh, sorry, it's so many bugs in Oklahoma, y'all. It'd be freaking me out. Oh, here it is. All right. Sorry, I yelled at y'all. Next time later.